Disapproving. Joining us now, national political correspondent for NBC News and MSNBC, Steve Kornacki. He's got an exclusive first look at new polling from Monmouth University that tells us about the battle for Congress. Steve, good morning. What did you find?
Morning. Yeah, well, we can break a little bit of news here. Monmouth, one of the best pollsters out there, is exclusively giving us this poll to release to you. This is from one of those districts around the country. Republicans represent. Hillary Clinton won in 2016, the 39th District of California. Hillary Clinton won this by 8 points in 2016, and yet a bit of a surprise here, and I think a cautionary note for Democrats getting very bullish about the blue wave here. You have Young Kim, the Republican candidate out there. This is sort of their likely voter model in the district. The Republican candidate leading by 10 points. They also do a model at Monmouth. They call it a Democratic surge model. We hear so much about that intensity gap between the parties. If that really manifests itself, what would that do to scramble the numbers? You see, it does get closer, 6 points there for Kim, but still a solid lead for the Republican there. When I say a cautionary note, what this tells us, I think, is certainly President Trump's approval ratings very low. There are vulnerabilities all over the map for Republicans, for Republicans, and all sorts of paths for Democrats. But there are local considerations in a lot of these races, and this is one of those. Democrats, I think their nominee, Gil Cisneros there, somebody who kind of came onto the political scene in the last few years after winning the California lottery, believe it or not. There was a local politician who made a Me Too accusation against him, and you have a Republican nominee there, one of the few Republican nominees of color for one of these competitive seats, somebody, this is a district with a large Asian population, somebody who may fit the district very well. So Democrats, even when you look on paper and you see Trump's numbers so low, when you start looking in the districts, you can find districts like this where, you know, on paper you'd say this one would go. You take a poll, the Republicans actually looking very well.
So like you say, it goes back and forth.